So guys, soon we're gonna have a big old sign up there, Salvage Nation Garage. So for today, we're rebuilding this 2011. This is where you need to have the eye when you're in the salvage game. I can't hide it, just have a look at this. Have a look at this. Have a listen to this bad boy. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new year. It's 2023 and we've got big news. This video is the first of its kind for me because in my ever quest to evolve and keep it moving, like I always say, I'm coming up with a different concept. Normally my videos has got lots of music, fast paced, but this video we're gonna be breaking everything down and I wanna teach you guys, give you guys a little bit of insight into how I go about my salvage business. So for today, we're rebuilding this 2011 VW Golf, which was picked up from a salvage auction website by one of my subscribers. Now, I wouldn't have bought this car, but I'm gonna tell you why. And if you wanna see all of that, stay tuned. I'm gonna tell you my reasons why I wouldn't have bought this car. Even though we're gonna be rebuilding it, I'm gonna give you a little bit of insight into the salvage game. Let's go. First of all guys, the value. This is a 2011 VW Golf. It's not automatic, it's not a high spec model, it's quite a basic model. So the value of this car is not gonna be as high as possible. I know it's a low spec model because for one, it's got wheel caps, it hasn't got alloys. Have a look at that. That's the way it would have come from the factory. You only find that on the base models. The higher models have actually got alloys. Those are steel wheels. Coming around, two, the damage. For me, it's just too much damage. It's not a big accident. It's not too much damage in the sense of the car is rubbish. It's just too much damage in the sense of the parts that you have to buy. Check this out. Bonnet, gone. Wing, gone. Bumper, gone. Headlight, gone. When you open it up, front slam panel, gone. Now, I found some other damage, which I'll show you in a bit, but coming back here, look at this wing. Like I said, it's also damaged the tip of this door right there. Coming into the interior, airbags gone. Both the driver and the dash airbag is gone. Coming in, open up the door, the knee airbag is gone. With all of those airbags gone, it's pretty safe to say that the seat belts will be locked up. Have a look at that, gone. Coming around, there's not a lot of damage to the rear of the car, but if you move back forward, what myself and Mustafa had a look this morning and we found is, have a look at this little kink right there. Now this might look like a tiny little dent, but that is like that for a reason, because have a look at how this light, if you see the line, that's meant to be in line with the bonnet. That line has come forward. When the impact went right here, it shifted the chassis legs ever so slightly that way. So this car needs to be pulled to make sure that everything is straight. If you don't pull it, nothing's gonna line up on the front end, and we need to do that first before we can do anything else. So that's just a brief walk around of the damages, a brief explanation of why I wouldn't have bought this car if I saw it in the auctions, but we're here today, we've got it, let's rebuild it. So guys, let's take a walk. As you may or may not know, I started out in an abandoned car park. I then moved into my guy Akil's garage, who allowed me to do what I needed to do to bring you guys some good content. And listen, I'm forever grateful to Akil. I've been there for a few years. I went on holiday, I came back, and everyone in that area had to vacate the premises because the actual leasehold was being sold. None of my business. Akil got a new place, but his place is just crammed with work. Listen, that guy works so hard. So Akil, if you're watching this, man, I salute you. But I just wanted a new base where I can call my home for Salvage Nation. I'm still gonna be doing stuff with Akil, but if you remember earlier this year, I'd done a video, I'll put a card up above, asking you guys, should I take this little garage that was down in Chinkford with Mustafa? And I've done a full circle and I ended up getting that garage. So let me show you. So guys, have a look. At the moment, it's being used as my personal parts storage garage. I need to do a lot of work, and over the next few months, we're going to be transforming this. That back wall is going to be torn down. We're going to extend it that way. I'm going to be able to fit 2 to 3 cars inside, as well as having space for another 2 to 3 cars outside. Everything, we're going to be knocking away this wall right here. We're going to put a giant shutter so we can get the cars in and out. And if I come outside, You've seen this all before. We're gonna have potentially an outdoor ramp where I can do kind of ramp work outside here. But not only that, I get access to all of this. It's in a nice location, but I get access to all of this. There's a parts department upstairs. If you've seen the video, you know all of this. And this is what I meant. So this is the other side of that back wall. This is mine, by the way, but you'll see that later. If you know, you know. I don't want to expose too much, but if you know, you know. I can't hide it. Just have a look at this. Have a look at this. Have a listen to this bad boy. Have a listen, guys. Have a listen. If you know, you know. Now, I don't want to do too much. I'll leave it to warm up. I've actually got the cold start turned off. This is going to be a sponsored build. The guys down at MHD Tuning has given me a ton of mats for this car. The guys from XHP has given me a ton of mats for the gearbox. We're going to be doing a ton of stuff to this M140. Oh my God, I can't believe, but that's enough, that's enough. Stop it, stop it, stop it. No more, no more, no more. This has been where all of the fruits of my labor have been going in off camera. I've got a B58 braking engine. If you need any parts, let me know. But like I said, all of this is just parts that I'm storing for this build. We're gonna clean up all of that, get rid of that, and we're gonna expand the Salvage Nation garage. Got a couple of new builds lying around, 1.6 Ford Focus, Turbo, EcoBoost. Got a braking Kia right there. If you need any Kia parts, do let me know. So guys, soon we're gonna have a big old sign up there, Salvage Nation Garage, da 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 da. I can see it now, it's gonna be written on the walls. But that was just a brief update as to what is going on. I'm going to be doing alloy refurbishment as well. I'm just waiting for, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on. I ordered an oven. I'm just waiting for the machinery to arrive. We're going to be doing alloy refurbishment. We're going to be doing so much here at the new Salvage Nation garage. But for now, let's tear down this car. Alright you guys, so we have dissected this car and guess what? The prognosis is not great. Check it out. As soon as we come down here, have a look at that. That is crazy, crazy, crazy. So something has bent, which then meant that this drive shaft is grinding or chafing up against that subframe post. I'm assuming that best case scenario, I've got a bent wishbone, which has taken everything back. And it's looking that way. Yes, there it is. You can see how that's completely bent. So the wishbone has been bent right there. I've literally just seen that. Pushed everything back. That's chafing. That is going to make a weak spot on that drive shaft. So it's best to replace that drive shaft. Even more money. Coming up, no damage there, no damage to that top chassis arm. So that's the good, no damage to the top chassis. But coming down here, we thought that we would have gotten away with the rad pack. From above, have a look, the rad pack looked fine. But when you come down here, this is a bit of the rad pack right here. This is a little nozzle that's snapped off. But further damage, if you come closer, this is the base of the radiator, and you can see that that's broken. So that's unlucky. The brunt of the damage was in this kind of local area right here, so that is cracked. Coming up here, there's nothing up there, but it's a shame. I'm assuming that this AC radiator should be okay, and we simply just need a water rad, but that water rad is definitely broken. Another thing that I noticed as well, if you looked, because it pushed everything back, here's another pipe. So not only do we need the water rad, we need to get these pipes as well. Have a look at that. Once again, this is why I always said, guys, you need to think about all of these things when you buy salvage cars. I just knew it's not going to be feasible, but we keep it moving. If I step back, this is where you need to have the eye when you're in the salvage game. If you look at that point there and that point right there, those are the two chassis legs, and that's where they meet. I don't know if you can see that on camera. You can see it's skewed that way. Like I said, it took an impact right here, pushed everything across. Now, when my subscriber came down, he was saying, yeah, chassis looks all right, chassis looks all right. But I said it to him, I said, mate, I'm sure that's gone. If you look, just keep an eye right there. I don't know if you can see that, but I can see that clear as day. That is completely pushed over. The good thing is, it's just bent and both of them have gone over together. So that's why we're not gonna remove this bumper iron, as I said. So the next step is we're gonna leave it right here. We're gonna get the pulling machine. We're gonna put it at an angle like this. We're gonna do our measurements. We're gonna pull it back straight, and then we can continue with this build.
5 hours later.
All right, you guys, so some time has passed, and what I did is I went ahead and I stripped down the radiator. Like I said, we're not stripping down this area quite yet, but I stripped down the radiator and I've got that area nice and clear. We also got some replacement parts for the suspension and the drive shaft area. So we're gonna get this suspension completely sorted in case we need to move the car. That's what we're gonna do next. We're waiting for some materials. In the next episode, we're gonna be pulling the chassis. So remember, if you wanna see that, subscribe, stay tuned. But for now, I wanna get all of this suspension stuff sorted so that if we need to move the car in and out, we're not gonna be causing any further damage down there, and we're not gonna be getting ourselves into trouble. So that's the next step. Let's sort out, get all of these broken bits off, get those new parts on the car. Let go! So guys, this is a primitive design and I hate it, absolutely hate it. Oh my God. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. So guys, I've tried everything. This is completely rusted on and it's shared the inner threads on this one, and this one is getting just as tight, and I know it's just gonna share that. So on a part like this, it's old, it's probably gonna have a lot of wear and tear in there anyway, so I'm just gonna cut this off. I can pick one of these up for 15 quid and I'll replace it with a like for like new one. So guys, once you've got the correct tools, it saves a lot of time. I've put down the electric ratchet and I've just got this nice tiny low profile ratchet to fit in there. Get the last 13 bolt that's holding this suspension strut. Why we change this one? Why?
It's bent, man. Pussiano.
Guys, did you hear him?
It's bent, man. Pussiano.
That guy. Anyway, it doesn't appear bent to the naked eye, but it is bent, it is damaged. So get it out of here, man.
Don't worry, if you hit my car, you have to sort that. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, all jokes aside, you've got a replacement strut. The last and final thing I need to do is get all the way in there, and there's a few nuts and bolts. Have a look at that. To remove that drive shaft. Oh, it's never ended. Anyway, just like that. Woo! Old drive shaft is out. New drive shaft has been shafted. Let's continue. Alright, so guys, so some time has passed. Went ahead and I got all the stuff kind of fitted. I haven't finished everything off. This job is just super frustrating. I'm super tired. So we're gonna leave that here. In the next episode, I'll finish that off. We'll start to pull all of this. A delivery of a new radiator came, so I'll get the radiator in, get the water system all plumbed in, and we'll get this car well on the way to being completed. So guys, it's starting to get a little bit noisy now. We're gonna continue to work on this car in the next episode. So if you wanna see that, subscribe and make sure your bells are on so you get a notification when I post. This car is gonna be, I'm a bit worried. I'm still a bit worried. I don't know if it's gonna make it it's gonna be a good one or a bad one for my subscriber, but we'll find out. You're gonna be here for the ride. They're starting to get a bit noisy, so I'm gonna head off. So like I always say, like it says there, mwah, keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one. Guys, thank you for watching. Click here to see what YouTube thinks you should watch. Click here to watch one of my previous episodes. And like it said there, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We out.